Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this is chapter 27, sea turtles. I'm going to introduce you to all those types of sea turtles there are. There's only 7 types. You ready? First of all, the leatherback. Leatherback sea turtle. That's the biggest kind.
So cute.
Looks like they have a leather back.
Alright.
Look how big it is compared to that guy.
Look at that guy.
Then there's the green sea turtle. You get a lot of these around here. Aren't they cute? They're the vegetarian kind.
What type are the ones in Nemo?
Those ones.
I think it's this.
I do too.
So leatherbacks are
Leatherbacks are the biggest.
are they vegetarian also, or are they
No.
meat?
They're all the other ones besides the green one are omnivores, which means they eat almost anything. Kind of like humans can eat plants and animals. But the green sea turtle does not eat any meat. It just likes grass.
So just lays down?
It can, yeah.
Tickles his belly.
Yeah. This one's called a loggerhead.
Is that as big as they get? Wait, is it big?
I don't know how big they get. They don't get as big as a leatherback.
That comes in the snapping.
No, they're snapping turtles.
Snapping turtle is a totally different group.
Alright.
One thing about sea turtles is they can't retract into their shells like turtles on land can. And snapping turtles can. These things can't. They have the shell to protect them, but they can't go inside of it. Kemp's Ridley. It's a fun one to say. Can you say Kemp's Ridley?
Kemp's Ridley.
Kemp's Ridley.
Kemp's Ridley.
Kemp's.
It's got a different look to it.
Kemp's Ridley.
I don't expect you to know each one of these by sight. I'm not going to show you this picture and say which one is this and give you all the choices and make you pick. I don't even know it that well, which I do, but saying that to make you feel better. Do you feel better?
No.
Jason, do you feel better?
I do.
See? I knew that would
You
work.
pressured him.
The Hawksbill Sea Turtle. That's kind of like brown on the back. But to me, it looks a lot like a green turtle in the face and
Looks like he's wearing a
fins.
wine shirt.
They're probably pretty closely related. And each of these has little differences that you don't need to know. Flatback. To me, that looks like the Kemp's Ridley a little bit. Guess it has a flatter back.
Does it have color really to it?
No, it's kind of bland, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little.
It's more like kind of blends into the sand. And then there's the olive Ridley. They're all kind of cute, aren't they?
Just want to hug them.
I like turtles.
So that was all of them. Let's see. Olive Ridley, Flatback, Hawksbill, Kemp's Ridley, Loggerhead, Green, and Leatherback. 7 types. We're going to go up to the Sea Turtle Center on Wednesday. You need to talk to your teachers. You're going to miss, that day, period 3 is the last period of the day. So period 2, the one you had today before this one, before break, that's the period you'll be missing. 3.
I have free period.
Oh, you're free period? You're perfect.
Yeah.
I sent out an email, and none of the teachers sent me back saying you couldn't go. So just tell them that, remind them that you're not going to be here, and you're going to be missing, and make sure you get the work. So what was that one called?
Leatherback.
What's that one called?
The green sea turtle.
Look at y'all being able to read. What about that one?
Loggerhead sea turtle.
Loggerhead.
Kemp's Ridley.
What's the next one?
Olive.
No, the next one is not olive. It's
Hawksbill.
Hawksbill. Next one's olive.
So not.
Flatback.
God.
Next comes olive.
Next one's olive.
Olive Ridley. That's your favorite. Maybe there'll be one at the hospital.
I'm never gonna forget.
You can rub him.
What's wrong with his neck? Like up at the top right.
There?
Looks like a
That's
finger.
just a normal neck. Olive Ridleys have big necks.
I'm an olive.
So there's the leatherback, the 1,500 pounds.
Oh, that's straight. That's straight.
6 to 9 feet in length.
That's lightweight.
Up to 5 feet at width. Video footage of a leatherback.
Yes.
Always.
They have bony plates under their skin, and so the skin on the back of a leatherback is kind of soft. It's not hard like most turtle shells. It's soft skin covering the bony plate.
Did you fix number 16? What you doing?
Whatever I want.
You open whatever I want.
Good. There you go.
America.
Sea turtles.
Extra credit.
I like turtles.
I was waiting on you.
I thought this was about leatherback.
This is a green sea turtle.
Look at me. Look at that fish.
So majestic.
Looks like he has a smile.
So graceful.
It's like, oh, I'm feeling good right now.
Just like bread. Bread cheese.
Shark roost turtle. I like this. I like this one.
I bet that makes sense.
Why is that me as a sea turtle?
What?
Is that me as a sea turtle? Just chilling. Is that the hawk spot or whatever?
Hawksbill?
Yes.
No.
Is that what?
This is the oldest turtle.
He's just gliding.
I don't know.
Actually, he's swimming.
I got to swim with turtles in the Galapagos. I'll show you some of my pictures later.
Did you ever hang on to their backs while they were
No, you
swimming?
weren't allowed to touch them.
I grabbed a turtle this summer.
They had guys with you and they kicked you out. You could get right up to them though. They weren't scared of people. At least in the Galapagos.
Get that guy.
What's that?
Like a huge stinger. It's hiding itself. You're a stinger.
You're a grizzly stingray.
They sell like floating rounded burgers.
Turtles aren't fish, they have lungs, so they have to take a breath. They can hold their breath for up to 8 or 9 hours. That was just a pretty video.
Very cool.
I grabbed the sea turtle. But then it wrestled off of me and left.
So these all have
What?
gills.
It's like 80 pounds.
These have gills as babies, but lungs as adults. And so these have lungs. And everything we're going to study from now on has lungs.
For the rest of the year?
Well, for the rest of this class.
Nice.
Can remain underwater for 4 to 7 hours. I've heard even longer than that. They'll go down to the bottom and sleep.
What if they sleep too long on accident?
Without breathing.
You're
Hold their
dead?
breath.
Will they have to come back? I mean, like,
Yeah, they
Will
gotta
they
wake up
die in
and
their
take a
sleep?
breath.
It's time to get
I don't know. I guess they could die in their sleep if something went wrong, but
take a breath.
normally
If they're a
they
deep sleeper.
hold their breath and they go up,
They might not want to.
take a breath. Big lungs, they can refill the lungs pretty fast. And one thing about these organisms, all these organisms here, they're all cold-blooded, meaning they keep the same body temperature as the rest of the water. So if the water's cold, their body's cold. the thing about a colder body, it doesn't use much oxygen. So they don't have to breathe much oxygen if they keep their body cool. If they were in warmer waters, their body would be warmer, and that would require more oxygen. So they have to breathe more often. But that's one thing when you're in, it's called ectothermic. You keep the same temperature as your surroundings, then you don't have to worry about feeding your cells and having your cells take care of the body temperature. The water does that for you. So your cells don't have to do as much work. All of these things, fish, amphibians, reptiles, they don't have to eat nearly as much as we do. We have to eat way more than a sea turtle that's our same mass, because we have to regulate our temperature. So we got to eat 3 times a day, and they got to eat once a week. Yeah.
How fast can a sea turtle swim? Like
I don't know.
The sharks attacking.
That's a good question.
We just looked it up.
22 miles per hour.
22 miles per hour?
Wow.
Jets.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, I want to see that.
That's pretty quick.
Do you have video footage?
Probably can't do that for long. You'll find a lot of the sea turtles have barnacles on their back. We call this a commensalistic relationship. Have you ever heard of commensalism?
It's been a minute. Found during it.
Commensalism.
That one, like only one of them benefits.
Can you say commensalism?
Mentalism.
One
Good,
benefits.
Charlie. That's one where only one of them benefits.
But the other one's not affected though.
It is.
Big Tony?
It's good.
Okay, thanks. Bye. They need you in the downstairs office, Big Tony. So commensalism is where one organism benefits, in this case the barnacle benefits, and the other organism isn't helped or hurt. That's the sea turtle. He's not helped by the barnacles, he's not hurt by the barnacles. They're just kind of hitching a ride. And most sea turtles you'll see have some barnacles on their back. The way to tell if a sea turtle is sick, which we'll see when we go to the sea turtle hospital on Jekyll, is if they have too many barnacles. If they have too many barnacles on their back, that means the sea turtle's sick and got all those barnacles because it wasn't moving very much. When sea turtles get sick, just like you do, they kind of just sit still and try to get over their sickness, not do a whole lot, just like you go and lay in the bed. Well, that's when the barnacles will attach, when they're still. Barnacles won't attach to them while they're moving. So if it's got a whole bunch of barnacles, you know it's been pretty sick. And a lot of the sea turtles will just die. Sea turtles die. That's part of being alive, is you're going to die one day. And that happens to sea turtles too. So sometimes they'll find a sick sea turtle and they'll take him into the turtle center, and the turtle center will say, well, it's just his time. So the doctors have to sort through that. There's some sea turtles making love. Sea turtle reproduction.
Beautiful.
They have internal fertilization, like all land animals. Penis, vagina. And the male inseminates the female with sperm, and the sperm fertilizes the eggs inside the female. Not like fish. Fish do it a different way. They squirt sperm, most of them squirt sperm and eggs into the water. But reptiles evolved to be able to have internal fertilization. Sperm reach the eggs inside the female. And that evolved from organisms being on land. When organisms came onto land, they couldn't just squirt sperm and eggs into the water like fish did, so they had to have internal fertilization. Well, sea turtles come from land animals that evolved to live back in the water. So reptiles came onto land, and some of them found that they could actually do better in the water, so they went back in the water over millions of years of time. And so sea turtles came from them. So they still have some of those evolutionary holdovers from living on land, like internal fertilization. Video footage of sea turtle sex?
Yes.
I don't have any.
Hmm.
I don't have any, but I thought
I have to do that on my own time.
I
then.
do have lots of sea turtle egg laying video, which I can show you.
Oh God.
This is a sea turtle squirting out a bunch of eggs into a hole. So what they do is they crawl up on the beach, and they crawl up in the dunes, and we have a lot of those dunes around here where they like to lay eggs. And they dig a hole, and they dig it a few feet deep, and they lay between 50 and 350 eggs in the hole. Then after they lay the eggs, they they put sand back over it so the eggs are safe under there. And the eggs will mature. Takes about 2 months, 60 days. Again, it depends on the species. And the eggs will mature. This is really cool. The hatchling's gender depends on the sand temperature. Warmer sands produce females, cooler sands produce males.
Because males are cooler.
Oh, there you go.
You're right.
There you go. So, if our sand is a certain temperature, it's hot enough, and I think the temperature varies depending on the species, but they'll all be females if it's hot enough, and if the sand temperature is cool, they'll all be males. So you might have produced a whole bunch of females or a whole bunch of males.
What if it's like a cold season? Then
you only get males that season.
Only male sea turtles.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
That's right.
Wow.
But they sometimes they're laying eggs when it's cold, sometimes they're laying eggs when it's warm, so you get a good mix. Video footage. Sea turtles laying eggs. And then of course after they hatch, the little baby turtles have to dig their way out of the sand and then run back to the ocean. And they usually do it at night, so birds can't see them and eat them. And then they have to make it to an adult, which is hard because fish will eat them. So only like 1 out of 300 or 1,000 or something crazy ever makes it to an adult. Most of them die. It's really sad.
Years old. He's been doing this
Alright, go to cat. Oh my god. And then at the bottom it's slider.
Okay, you ready?
The bottom there should be a slider.
Okay, prepare your cameras. Wish them good luck.
What are they doing?
You're gonna see them in the next 20 years.
What are they doing? Come on, Chucky. Like turtles.
Middle leader.
It was so cool.
You can hold the face around.
Oh, I can't count.
You might be wondering why I call it green turtle fighting bluish black. It's because this one is the only vegetarian sea turtle of all. There are 7 species of sea turtles and one of them vegetarian.
Oh, look, I turned around.
What's on top of her?
Anybody wish to time? Time the turtle speed?
Oh, he's upside down.
Got it. Come on, guys, out of the way. Oh, look at this one guy at the front here, right? Oh, he's going their own way. No. Look at the guy in the front though. He's like way ahead of time. He's flying.
Right there.
We're going all right.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Here. Here's my hand to show you guys. This is so cool. We're in Cozumel. We learned about it from a guy in the hospital who's volunteering here.
unrealistic. All of them are making it.
All right.
They're messing with nature.
Without someone coming and like scraping out a little place, how are they supposed to get out?
They dig their way out. You don't have
They
to.
pile
you don't
on
have to
top of
scrape
each
them
other
out.
and the strong ones make it.
Here's another cool video.
I saw a Planet Earth video where a lot of them are like being swept up by birds and stuff.
Being eaten, yeah. A lot of times they get eaten.
Smile.
This is Adventure in Wildlife. Powered by the Paxton Brothers.
Big bird.
Right now, we're in Minnesota Key. This beautiful walker-egg turtle laying eggs right here. Folks and I, we tried to do a little short fishing for research, do a little tagging. We found out that a female turtle was up here laying her eggs. 13.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
I just want to drop it in and go home.
It's only 20. We're going to see as the count goes past 20 eggs. It's been fascinating to watch this. We're filming at night fishing. We're being very quiet not to disturb her. We're going to see when she gets out of here, what she puts down. Let's get back and see how she's doing. All these eggs in this clutch. Very few will survive, and this animal was probably born on this beach. They're able to come back to where they were born and lay their eggs again. And this is an ancient ritual that's been going on for millions of years. So it's a real honor to be able to watch this. But it's pretty cool that we're here to capture. She's almost done. We're going to try not to disturb her at all until she finishes and buries her eggs and then returns into the sea.
That was really intense for not having to.
A lot of the species will even cover up their nests with sticks and branches and stuff too. They go to a lot of trouble to hide it.
They set some booby traps.
This is why you don't want to be running around up in the dunes too much.
worse.
Damage their side or push a bunch of brush over it so little babies can't get out.
Baby killer.
It's also why sea turtle populations have gone way down, because human activity has destroyed dunes in a lot of places. If you ever go to Cumberland or something and look at the dunes there, they're huge. That's the way the dunes would be here if there weren't any people. So just the fact that there's people and houses and there's less area for the dunes to develop. The dunes get smaller and you get less babies born and less survive, and so all the sea turtles are endangered. Their numbers are all real low. Sea turtles omnivorous in their adult life. Most baby turtles eat just plants, but when they become adults, they start eating animals as soon as they can get them and catch them. Except for the green turtle, that's always eats plants.
Do they eat jellyfish?
They do. Most turtles like jellyfish. And, I know what this is about. A lot of times you see turtle tears sea turtles have tears, and what those tears are glands in their eyes that concentrate salt. So sea turtles have the same problem that saltwater fish do. Salt is constantly coming in their body, and water is constantly leaving their body, and so they have to drink water, and they have to excrete the salt. Fish do it out of their gills. Sea turtles do it out of their eyes. They have special glands, and that's just like pure salt, right?
So they drink salt water?
And they drink water, and the salt gets in the blood, but it's removed from the eyes, so that you don't have too salty a blood level. Crocodiles do the same thing. You ever heard of crocodile tears?
Yeah, actually.
Crocodile tears, if you say somebody's crying crocodile tears, that means it's fake. They're crying the fake cry. Because crocodiles aren't really crying, they're losing salt out of their eyes. It looks like tears.
Turtle tears.
Crocodile tears, you heard that? Do it, young woman. Turtles have all kinds of problems. They get caught in nets. That was one of the big things that caused sea turtle populations to go way down. So they developed a net that has a 10 on it. You know what 10 stands for?
Something education. Something.
Determination.
Guess what T stands for?
Turtle.
Turtle.
Excretion device.
Turtle exclusion device. That's what it is. A turtle exclusion device is a net with a hole in it, so that the turtles can get out. And the hole's in the back. And the way it works is the turtle's a lot heavier and gets in the back of the net and is able to crawl out through the top of the turtle exclusion device, where it's kind of on the side, you see, and shrimp go to the back, but the turtle can crawl out the sides. And turtle exclusion devices were developed and perfected in Brunswick, Georgia. And all shrimpers have to have them nowadays. And I'm trying to get us to go to the lab where they develop those things. It's called the MAREX Lab, Marine Extension Service. It's a unit of the University of Georgia. If you go to UGA and you major in biology and you specialize in marine biology, they'll send you down here to Brunswick to study and work and learn at the labs there. They got their own shrimp boat, and they take it out and test these nets and other things. Catch fish and shrimp and look at what they catch and tag things. They do all sorts of analysis. They do a bunch of water testing like you're doing now. By the way, whose turn is it today to do water testing?
Andy did.
Don't forget your turn. Anyone? No one knows their turn?
Jason.
Shaw's turn?
Yeah.
Are y'all the only group that goes out on Mondays?
I think so, yeah.
Let me see.
Lou goes on Tuesdays.
Yep, Monday is just Mary Banks group, so make sure y'all take it. Do you want to take y'all? You can do that too. We have two of them. Let's watch video footage. Saving a sea turtle using a exclusion device.